We responded to a house fire just right outside of Lindale. We arrived on scene. There was a lot of fire. The house was mostly involved in fire, and my partner and I went in through the garage and started fighting the fire when the roof and everything collapsed and fell on us. When I woke up, I was unconscious for 98 days, and when I woke up, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't sit up in bed. I couldn't feed myself. I mean, I was totally dependent upon Denise and Nicole, our daughter, and the staff to help me do everything. I mean, it was scary, and I got thinking, you know, will I ever be able to walk again? And so, you know, at that point, I just had to turn to God to say, you know, help me. This is not how I want to live my life. Help me, give me the strength to be able to do this again. Walking was the biggest, that was the first obstacle and the biggest obstacle to overcome, was being able to walk.
You know, to see so many bandages, I think was the first time, for me at least, that I kind of realized the extent of the injuries, the extent of the burns. And my dad's always been this, for me, this like larger than life figure in person. And there aren't a lot of people in the world that sign up to like go run into burning buildings and help people. And my dad did that and so much more. I mean, he would do anything to help anybody. And so I couldn't understand why that would happen to him and why that would happen to our family. I was really, really mad and very angry about what was happening. And I remember Mom sitting next to me, and she said, "Nicole, are you praying?" And I said, "No, I'm not, because I'm really mad and I'm very angry." And she said, "That's okay, I'm praying." And she did, and so many people prayed, and I sat in that room with him that night and realized in that moment that it's okay when there are times that it's just too hard to pray and to say the words, because the Lord knows what's in your heart.
Anytime you have a burn injury, the recovery time is just so slow. You know, it's not like a broken bone 6 weeks later, you're out of the cast and you're good to go. I mean, we came home 10 months later and I was still wrapped in bandages. I still had open wounds. Denise had to change my bandages every day. I mean, the recovery time is just so long. It's really difficult. Learning how to dress myself. I had to learn how to do that all over again, because it's different when you don't have fingers.
So like during rehab, I was the coach, I guess you could call it. So even though he went to therapy, some sort of therapy every day, I encouraged him to do a little extra just for him to regain his strength, but also regaining his confidence that he can be more independent.
I never dreamed that I would ever even return to the fire department. And you know, just God just kept opening up the doors and providing for me and giving and showing me a way that I could come back, that I could be active and a contributing member again. It's had a tremendous effect on my life. The fire service is a brother and sisterhood that's like none other. It's a close-knit, we're all a family up here, and it's showed me the importance of family and the importance of brotherhood and sisterhood. You know, when I couldn't do things, like when I was in therapy and they would give me, you know, an assignment like jumping up a box or going upstairs, you know, and I thought I couldn't do it, then that's when I would just pray, you know, God help me, give me the strength to do this. Man, friends and community were huge. Just the support that we received from this community was unreal. You know, the day we came home, it just totally blew me away. All the people that lined up on the street to welcome me back home, and the people that helped us throughout that time was just unbelievable. And I thank the Lord for saving me that morning and for giving me the strength to recover and to be able to continue to do what I love to do.
He approaches every day with like a can-do attitude. He's not going to let any of his disability hold him back. We work and try to find some way that he can still do the activities that he likes, like push mowing the yard or starting the lawnmower. We added straps to things so he could just put his hand through and pull on his arm instead of pulling with your hand. We just worked, both of us worked really hard trying to figure out ways that he can be so independent and take care of everything that he wants to do and enjoys doing and continue to do those things.
But you know, a big change in my life is now I'm a grandfather, and you know, that's my main goals now. That's my main focus now, is being a grandfather and being involved in my grandkids' life. You know, I have a granddaughter, Grace, and now a grandson, Joseph, and I want to be a part of their lives. And that's the reason I go to the gym and I try to stay in shape so I can keep up with them because they want to play on the floor. I want to be able to get down on the floor and play with them. Anything is possible. I never thought I'd be able to walk again, and I was. You know, they told my wife I would come home in a wheelchair and be in a hospital bed, and I rode home on a fire truck. So anything is possible if you have faith and determination and you work hard.